So you've just seen one of the best chapters in RWBY, which is Volume 7, Chapter 3, and you've noticed some quite weird things. This chapter must be the first one in which the Grimm actually bleed. Yeah, so the Grimm have never bled in the show, ever, before. Maybe we have some rose petals in Volume 1, Chapter 8, after RWBY decapitates the Nevermore. But other than that, Grimm just disappear. But now you might be thinking, well, it's a weird change to make it have blood all of a sudden. Well, how about this? It might be poison. We've seen Grimm that shoot fire out the mouth. We might see Grimm that shoot poison, right? Or that green liquid is present in the Grimm because they're mutated. And then when there's mutated Grimm, there's of course Dr. MERLOT behind it. Another piece of evidence that we have is that there are symbols on the transport trailers outside the abandoned mine that have hexagonal symbols, which may or may not recall MERLOT's original symbol, the symbol that Professor Port recognizes in Grimm Eclipse. So let's talk about Grimm Eclipse. This spoilers, by the way. The story goes something like this. Team RWBY starts a mission in Emerald Forest where there's a problem with the transmission node or something, and Professor Port sees and recognizes Dr. MERLOT's symbol on Beacon's transmission node. From there we start an investigation. One thing leads to another, and Team RWBY gets stranded on an island where Dr. MERLOT actually hides out. Nobody knew he lived in that island. The island was seemingly uninhabited. Dr. MERLOT took that as a hiding place to carry on his experiments. He's got his own huge laboratory and where he uses mutated Grimm, and the mutated Grimm of course have green details and have this green liquid associated to them. There's even a part of the mission where Team RWBY has to destroy the tubs of this mutated liquid, which is bright green, just like the liquid that the centipede Grimm spit out when they die. Dr. MERLOT runs away in a ship. My theory right now would entail that after he left, he thought it would have been a good idea to set up a hideout
out in the tundra,
in an abandoned mine or somewhere out in the tundra in Atlas. And we see the byproducts of his experiments with that green liquid, which is either pollution, so the Grimm grow with this green blood characteristic, and Dr. MERLOT isn't in the abandoned mine but somewhere else, or they are actually an experiment of Dr. MERLOT, and maybe the original centipede Grimm was different. Maybe it was smaller, I don't know. Maybe it was more like a centipede, and now it's a big ground monster. I would honestly be so excited to see Dr. MERLOT animated in Volume 7. This has been an amazing chapter, one of my favorites in the whole of RWBY. I really want to hear his voice again. Because in this volume we're getting lots of scientists that clash, you know, Pietro, Ironwood, I think, Watts, Dr. MERLOT, all fighting for the same, like, in the same field, an intellectual fight. Imagine all the possibilities of that. How Dr. MERLOT could fit in with Salem's fight, with the clash against Watts. I wonder if Dr. MERLOT is with Salem, or is just this kind of third party, kind of like Raven. She doesn't want to be with Usbin or Salem. I wonder what side he's going to be on. Keep tuned for other theories and music analyses on RWBY soundtrack, and keep hoping for Dr. MERLOT's appearance. But until that happens, you can surf my channel and pick something you like. Bye. Dr. MERLOT. God damn it, that was shit. Is hiding out in... Don't be rude. He makes things that move like robots. I make robots sometimes, but that's besides the point.